Hello students, this is Mrs. McLaughlin. I'm going to demonstrate today how to work with color, and we're going to make a repeating design using warm and cool colors. So what you'll need is a piece of paper, just like a printer paper, a pencil, a ruler, or just a straight edge will also work, and something to trace, a little template. You could use something like a lid, or I made a little kite shape out of a piece of construction paper or just some thick paper. And colored pencils, or if you want, you could use watercolors if you have them, or any other coloring material that you have. So the first thing we're gonna do is take this printer paper and turn it into a square. So the way you do that is I'm just gonna fold one of the corners over to the other side. And I can either cut this extra piece off or you can tear it off. I should have some scissors pretty close by, so I'm going to cut that off. And we're just doing a square to kind of do something a little different. Plus it makes a nice design for a repeating design. Okay, I'm going to press that tray and kind of smooth that out. Okay, the next thing you're going to do is take your ruler or your straight edge and draw a border. So I like to line my ruler up. And this ruler is kind of cool because it has a little cork on the bottom that keeps it from moving. But you can just use your hand to hold your ruler and draw your border. Okay, I'm going to flip that paper around. Continue to draw my border all the way around. Now you could use a smaller piece of paper if you wanted to, depending on how much time you have to work on your art. Okay, and once I'm done with that, I'm going to erase those lines in the corner so that I just have a nice, empty, and even border. And then the next step is going to be to create my repeating design, which is where your tracer is going to come in. Now, if you can find a lid, that works perfect, or you can make your own shape. And what I'm going to do is fill my paper with my shape, repeating it over and over. And what I want to try and do is overlap some of my shapes in the border. I can turn this and I can overlap it. And basically what I want to do is just fill up my page with this repeating design. Now that I have my paper filled with shapes, I'm going to start thinking about color. We're going to be using warm and cool colors. So if you can't remember what those are, you can just think of a rainbow or a color wheel. The first three colors of your rainbow are your warm colors: red, orange, yellow. The second half of the rainbow is going to be your cool colors: green, blue, and violet. And if you want to use a set of watercolors, you have a perfect way to check your warm and cool colors. It's right there in your rainbow: warm and cool. So you just have to decide if you want your warm colors in the middle or on your border. I'm going to go ahead and start with my warm colors in the middle of my design. So what I'm going to do is find all of those little shapes that I created by overlapping my template as I traced it, and color each of them a different warm color. I'm gonna try not to put the colors next to each other if I can. And you can vary this a little bit by blending your colored pencils if you like. So instead of having just a plain red, I might want to take that red and blend it a little bit with my orange or my yellow. And you can also vary your colors by pressing softer on the colored pencils. Now, if you'd like to do this with watercolors, I suggest using just a little bit of water on your paint so that they don't all blend and bleed together while you're doing this. I decided to use both watercolors and colored pencils. I like to mix my materials and also give you different choices for what you can do depending on what you have at home. So now that I have my warm colors done, I'm going to finish my border using the same technique, except this time I'm going to use my cool colors instead. Remember, you can get different shades by pressing harder or softer on your colored pencils. Or you can finish this with your watercolors or any other materials that you have, crayons, markers, chalk, oil pastels, anything that you have on hand. Here's my completed warm and cool design that I made with a repeating shape. I used colored pencils and watercolors, but you can use any materials you want. And take your time on all the art projects I'm suggesting for you. You don't have to finish them all in 1 week, or you can work through them as quickly as you want. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you.